So, starting with Monday last week, um, we had to turn in our assignment, our first official assignment in one of our classes, and it was due at like 10 in the morning. I got done that night, and then I had to go and find a place to print it out at. So, me and one of the girls in my class who lives in the dorms with me, her name's Jen, we went and we searched for a place, and the place that we went to first was empty, so then we had to go search for more like another place, and yeah, it was nerve wracking because we were like cutting it close to time, and yeah, luckily we got in like 15 minutes early, so that was good. Then we had lab from like 1 to 3:30, and it's basically pointless. We watched a video, and then they said, well, you can go to the library and find the video, and we suggest that you rewatch it on your own because, there's no way you could have gotten all the information you needed in order to do your next assignment by watching it here in class and whatever. So it was just like, why even have the class? Like, have us come in, sit there for 15 minutes, explain what the assignment was, and then tell us to just go to the library and check it out. I mean, we've got like a month to get it done. So it was stupid. I thought it was stupid. But we came back and we did a workout. We did the insanity workout, just like one day of it. Me, Jen, and Alana. And so, yeah, we did that. It was hard. Like, definitely had some times where I had to stop. But, yeah, it was good. We were glad to actually start working out again because I know I've probably gained a couple pounds maybe since being here because the food is so good and you just can't stop once you start eating. It's like addicting. And it gets boring sometimes, so like, of course, the go-to is to eat. And yeah, so that was nice. We went to Pepper's, which is like the restaurant type place here that's like right by the dorms. And then I watched How I Met Your Mother. I started watching that with a friend of mine, Jara, and he's from Australia. He was one of our O-Week leaders. He's really cool. But I say his name differently every time because they say their R's funny. Like, it's like, ah. So it's like, Jara. I say it different every single time and it makes me laugh every time. But yeah, he's really cool. And so we like finished watching How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, on Monday. Watched all the seasons together. So that was fun. And then, yeah, we just talked. We're like best friends now. We like gossip and whatever. It's funny. Yeah. So then Tuesday I just had regular class and just rugby. Like, it was a regular day. Went to rugby practice. But like I'd mentioned before, the practice the week before that, Thursday, I'd hurt my leg, like pulled in muscle, my quad muscle, and I re-pulled it at cricket and then went to practice on Tuesday thinking it was fine, and I re-pulled it again. So I actually ended up just having to sit out the entire practice because it hurt too bad to do anything. And yeah, so pretty much our coach was like, yeah, you're not coming back on Thursday. Like, give a full week, come back next week, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, to, like, just give it time. So I've been sitting around I've been working out and stuff, but not like hardcore stuff. So hopefully it's better by tomorrow. And then Wednesday I had class in the morning, and I walked to the store and walked back with like a crap ton of groceries. I was exhausted. Like, my entire book bag was full. I had like 2 big juice containers, a ton of cans. Okay, not a ton of cans, but a ton of heavy stuff in my bag. And then I had 2 extra bags. And so, yeah, it was like I was exhausted. It's a long walk uphill, and yeah, but I did that. And then me and Jen did a butt workout. It's like we call it like the boom boom, but it's spelled like bum. It's like the bum bum, but he says boom boom. It's funny. So we did that, and yeah, that was really hard because it was exhausting, and lots of squats and like really weird like kick things, and yeah, but we did most of it. Thursday, I had class, and then I did some studying type stuff, and then I had lab, and I had to have this really awkward conversation. I'd actually met a guy in one of my labs. We met in lab the first week of lab, and then we had class together Friday, like the next day, and then we talked about hanging out, and that Sunday we hung out at the beach. We spent all day together. I mentioned that, and pretty much that entire week, me and him just like hung out like every day for hours, like 5 or 6 hours at a time. And yeah, so we liked each other a lot. At least, he said he liked me a lot, and I liked him a lot. But because I'm only here for a short amount of time, he had apparently decided that he didn't want to go any further. He wanted to just stick to being friends and lab partners and not really hang out anymore. And so that kind of sucked. Kind of talked to him about it on Thursday and tried to figure out like why, because he just kind of stopped talking to me, and I didn't know like what was up. And he finally told me, he's like, yeah, there's no point in talking when you're leaving, so let's just cut it off now. So that sucked. It was really awkward, and it made me feel bad, like really crappy, because I actually liked him a lot. But oh well. I mean, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. So I was pissy for the rest of the day. I walked to the store with Jen, and I kind of vented to her, and we talked about it, and then walked back, and I went down. And I had met another guy during orientation week, but we didn't really talk much during orientation week, and we hadn't talked at all since. Like, I'd seen him a few times, and I'd said hello, but that was it. But yeah, so I went down to his room because he's in the basement, and another guy was there that I'd met, David and Damien, and so we talked, and it was interesting. Like, we got to know each other a little bit, and then yeah, so I went back up, and I went and I made dinner for Jara and his roommate Sally and her boyfriend Ollie, because they make me dinner all the time. So I thought I'd return the favor. And so I made them salmon and this like pasta, pumpkin, broccoli, ricotta dish. I don't know. It was really actually pretty good. Like, not the greatest. Like, I mean, I've had better, but they said they liked it, and it was actually pretty good. And the salmon was orange juice, maple glaze salmon. It was delicious. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, I'm not much of a bragger, but it turned out really good. And then I made pumpkin pie, which I didn't eat because I don't like pumpkin pie, but I heard it was good. So that's good. And yeah, it turned out really nice. We watched a show called Community and just kind of talked, and it was nice. And then Friday, I went to my tutorial for Antarctic Studies, and basically she just told us about our first assignment, which was we get to choose, and my choice is I'm going to kind of like a critical analysis sort of thing of a poem or two that's like in our readers. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, it should be, hopefully it's good. She said, I emailed her and asked her if my topic was an okay like idea, and like get her input, and she was like, yeah, I've read a lot of good essays on those topics, so that's actually probably a pretty good topic for you and whatever. So I'll get started on that. We've got like a month before it's like due, and she said that most people do research for like 2 weeks and then write the paper in 1 week. So I'm going to start research this week and get started on that. Hopefully have it done with like a week or two in advance, because that I don't like stressing about assignments, and I want it to be good, and I want it to be done as soon as possible. But yeah, so I did that, and then I came back and I packed my bag because we went to Wine Glass this weekend, which like me, a girl named Alana, which I've mentioned a few times, a girl named Janae. She's also a study abroad student. She lives in Alaska, but she goes to school in Colorado. And then a girl from Lisa, who's from Singapore, and I think she's actually studying here. She's not like a study abroad student or anything. And then one of our O-Week leaders, he's from Tassie. He drove us there. His name's Jerry. He's really nice. He let us stay in his hut. Like, he called it like a shack sort of thing, but it was more like a double trailer, like a double wide trailer. It was really nice, and it was like a 2-second walk from the beach. They had a pool, a small pool, but still a pool, and like it was fantastic. It was much better than what we probably would have figured out on our own. But anyway, so I came back here after my tutorial, and I packed, and I just kind of sat around, and they had a cookout. Jara got some free sausages, so he did a cookout, and we ate those, and then we left, and we drove to the place that we stayed was Swansea, so we went there, and we walked to the beach and walked along the beach a bit there, and then played some card games and watched this show. I think it's called Sea Patrol, but I have no idea actually what it's called. It's a really weird Australian show about like I don't know if they're like the I don't know what they are, but kind of like the Navy, only not. I don't know. It was bad, like really bad acting, but it was okay. Whatever. And then Saturday we got up and we went to Jerry's work, where he works every now and again, and had breakfast. And then we drove to like the car park at where we like got out, and then we hiked to Wineglass Bay Lookout, which is like 20 minutes hike, pretty much all uphill. And then we did a 30-minute walk down to the beach, and we hung out at the beach for about 2.5 hours, and then we walked back, which took about an hour. And on the way back, we decided to climb up on top of a rock, and Jerry tried to jump onto another rock, but all the other girls were like complaining, so he didn't. But yeah, so then we went back to where Jerry works, and we got dinner. I got calamari rings, which are actually delicious. Like, I thought I would hate calamari, and it's actually really good. Like, I got like 6, and I ate 4, no problem. They're good. Yeah, so then we went back to his place, and we played card games with his parents and drank and just kind of relaxed and like told stories and stuff, and then we all went to the showers and took showers and then went to bed. And the plan was to get up early on Sunday so we could go swim at the beach, but it was raining when we woke up, so we all just kind of hung out. We ate kangaroo sausages and patties, which were actually pretty good. They're not bad. We just threw them on bread and with an egg and like barbecue sauce or ketchup or whatever, and it was nice. Yeah, so then we just kind of hung out and then left and came back, and basically just like I just sat around for a while. Uploaded like 500 and some pictures off of my camera finally, so now my SD card is empty, so I could go take more pictures. So yay. And yeah, and then I hung out with my friend David down in the basement, where his room is. We just talked pretty much the entire time for like 5 or 6 hours. We just sat there and talked, and yeah, so that was nice. I had class this morning. Oh no, not this morning, this afternoon. It was pretty much pointless just talking about the trip we're going to go on in a couple weeks. And I've already heard that because 2 of my classes are going the same exact trip the same weekend. Like, they just kind of bundled it all together. And yeah, so I'd already heard it. And this is a carrot, and I feel like it's really weird because I'm like flinging it around and probably don't know what it is, but it's a carrot I was eating. And then I decided to do this, so I stopped eating because it might be awkward, like crunching. Yeah. So pretty much that was my week. The probably most exciting part was the Wineglass Bay trip. It was really beautiful, and I love hiking now. Like, I knew I liked it before, but I'd never actually really done it. And now that I've done it a couple times, it's actually just, oh my gosh. Like, that's all I want to do. Every time I have free time, I just like want to go out and hike somewhere. So yeah, tonight I'm going to try and plan something for our Easter break, because our Easter break starts this Thursday, and we get a week, and I have nothing planned. So, I mean, a few people are going to try and plan something. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will do another video next week, I guess, same time. Yeah.